All right, so a big event. Speaking of weather, it's going to be beautiful today for an event that ABC 15 is really happy to be involved with, taking action on this one. Today's walk run in downtown Phoenix to raise awareness for the National Bone Marrow Registry.
That's right. We have Aubrey Vargas with us. And good morning. You're the spokesperson for the Be the Match walk run. And you were just telling us in the commercial break that you're a lymphoma survivor.
Yep.
This is why you are behind this. This is so important.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
a lot of people, when they talk about bone marrow donations or trying to see if they're a match, there are a lot of misconceptions.
Oh, lots, yes.
So you have a little
lots.
quiz for us.
Yes, we do. Yeah, and I think that's why it prevents a lot of people from joining the registry or maybe getting involed. So yeah, we're going to
Okay, I'm going to set my notes down.
I know one of the first things that people think is that it's painful in some way. Are we in order? Do we have these questions in order?
I think that we have them in order, yes.
Okay, all right. So let's get to the first question, if we may, here.
Donating is, what's the first question about donations? Or donating is painful?
Donating is painful. True or false?
What do you think?
I've heard that donating is, in fact, painful. I say true.
Say false.
Okay, so we're going to go with false.
False, really?
False. So this is the biggest question that we get. We heard that donation is very painful.
Absolutely.
The procedure. So now what we do, we have two methods. So we have a surgical option where you're placed under a general anesthesia, but the most common way to donate now is non-surgically.
Really?
Similar to a platelet or a plasma donation.
See, a lot of people don't realize that. That's
absolutely,
great.
Absolutely.
And then also, are you most likely to match with someone of your same racial background? A lot of people think that...
a lot of people think it's blood type.
Right.
We get that question a lot. Do I have to have the same blood type? So, so true or false?
I say true.
I'm going to say false on this too.
Yeah, so actually it's true.
Wow.
Yep.
All right.
So you will match someone of the same, well, most likely you're to match someone of the same racial or ethnic background. So right now on our registry, the Caucasians are about 67% of our registry is Caucasian, which is wonderful. And we always need everybody, but the minority groups, we really need those people to come and join the registry.
Right.
It's so important because it's so easy to, what you're saying, to save a life here, really.
Yeah,
it's like
absolutely.
donating blood. Okay, does it cost money?
Does it cost money to be a marrow donor?
I
True
say
or false?
no.
I say no too.
False.
Yep. That is
Okay.
false.
That's the most important thing. But
So,
it can cost a life if you don't.
Absolutely.
Right. Good
So we
point.
need you to join the registry. We want committed donors to join the registry because when you're called, you know, you're going to be needed to save that patient's life. And we cover all the expenses for a donor.
Is it a time-consuming thing when they do?
No. So the process, the surgical method is an outpatient procedure, and the non-surgical method also is done over one day. You actually get a small shot of filgrastim for 5 days leading up to your donor. It's a drug that helps your body produce more of those blood-forming cells that we need for the patient.
Okay.
And then through the non-surgical process, we just hook you up to this machine that filters the marrow-forming cells right out of the blood.
That's amazing.
Sounds easy.
Okay, we're going to move on to the next question.
Okay.
70% of patients needing a marrow transplant do not have a matching donor in their family. 70% do.
70%.
I'm going
Yeah. I'm going to say true, just because it was such a long question.
Right.
True. That's true.
Yeah.
So only 30% of patients find a matching donor in their family. They have a sibling that might donate, you know, be a
why
match
this is
and donate
so
to them.
crucial.
Yes. So if they don't have a matching donor, they turn to Be the Match in hopes that we can find a match for them. Yes, it's very important.
Next question. Donating is dangerous and somehow weakens the health of the donor. I'm going to say
What do you
false.
think?
I say false.
Yep,
Yeah.
you're absolutely
Yeah.
right. False.
Okay.
Yep. So that another myth that we get a lot. You know, we hear, well, you might take a piece of bone, or the recovery process might be really long, and you know, most of it is, like we said, it's an outpatient procedure. Some donors are kind of sore, or maybe tired for a couple of days, but then the recovery time is very short.
Aubrey, thank you so very much.
Thank you.
We could go on and on with
thank you
these
so much.
this quiz. Now we have the info.